What is going on YouTube? I hope you guys are having an amazing, wonderful day. My name is Jayden, and in this video, we're going to be going over our HARDTUNEDs Active Underglow Kit, ELGLOW, and we're going to be getting into the details of this kit. One of the things I want to talk about is the LED placement. In my case, I have a Pandem Widebody, and it's a little tricky because not every part of this kit has a flat surface for the LEDs to stick onto. We're also going to be talking about the longevity of these LED strips. Can you pair this kit to your phone, and is it easy navigating through the app? Do the strips take a lot of power from your battery, and is it easy to install underglow like how everybody says it is? All of those questions will be answered in today's video. This video is actually a part 2. Part 1 was actually installing the LEDs and getting a reaction. If you haven't watched that video yet, make sure to check that one out. I'll put it up here at the top of your screen. Go ahead and watch part 1 if you haven't watched part 1. And if you watch part 1, I'm happy you're here watching part 2. Now, starting off with the longevity of the strips, I've had this kit for about 5 months now. The sides and the rear strips are doing just fine. They are fantastic. The front strips, on the other hand, I had to replace because I actually bottomed out on the freeway. It ripped off the 2 strips in the front, not because of the stickiness was bad. It was completely on my end. Simply because I didn't expect the bump to be that big, and then I went over it and it was just like I absolutely ate it. It was all on my end, it was my fault. But like I said, the sides and the rear strip are doing really good. They're still shining bright and has not dimmed at all since when we first installed them. But I do have to mention, I do not drive the FR-S in the rain. And the reason why I don't drive it in the rain is because we actually don't have any windshield wipers on the car right now. We took them off. And not only that, the front bumper of this wide body kit has a kind of snout that leads straight to the cold air intake. And I don't know about you, but I don't want any water getting into that intake. Like I said, I've never driven the car in the rain, so I don't know how the LED strips will act. I'm sure they'll do just fine. Just so you don't have any punctures through the rubber so water can get inside. But overall, the strips have stuck really nicely. They have not let off and they're going strong. Now, second question I'd like to discuss. Can you pair this whole kit to your phone through Bluetooth, and is it easy navigating through their app? Yes! You can pair this whole kit to your phone and change all of the colors, turn it on and off. Once the driver and the controller is all fully connected, you can scan the QR code and it'll lead you straight to an app you can download on the Google Play Store or the App Store for free. Once it's installed, you can get into your app, connect and calibrate. It's extremely easy and really user-friendly. Everyone can follow these directions, even your grandma. Put her on some underglow. You can use the remote they provide for you, but I find using my phone a lot easier since I'm using it all the time. The range for it to connect to is an acceptable range. If you're in the car, you can of course change the colors, turn it on and off. But when you're outside of the car, maybe 10 or 15 feet away, it's gonna have a little trouble connecting. You gotta get close to that driver for it to connect. It'll tell you as well when you're too far. It'll say connecting or trying to connect when you're too far. Then when you're close enough, everything will open up and you'll have access to everything. Now, do the LED strips take tons of power from your battery?
Boy, if you don't get
One of their frequently asked questions: will the car battery suddenly run out of power? And their answer: generally, turn off the lights by the switch on wire. If you only turn off the app switch without turning off the switch on wire, the car battery will run out in 2 to 3 days. Now there you have it, folks. If you leave your lights on for too long, of course they're gonna drain your battery till it's dead. Just make sure you hit the kill switch before you go out to dinner for 3 hours, because if you come back and your underglow is not on, you most likely drained your battery, especially if you are already low on juice. But with a fresh battery, you should be good. Or you could save yourself a hassle and just turn it off when you don't need it. Let's be honest, no one wants to buy a new battery. Alright, is it really that easy to install underglow like how everybody says? Now, let me be honest. As far as stripping everything to the car, easiest thing ever. The things that needed deeper thought: placing everything in the engine bay, making sure everything was connected, and routing it all safely. Now, I personally have all of my wires running through so many different places of the car. In the front here, it's routing through the frame, and then in the rear, it's routing through the undercarriage. We tucked everything very nicely and neatly, or as best as we could, but those would be the only 2 things that I say you really have to think about. I went over the whole install in part 1, so make sure you go watch part 1, but putting these kits on is all about improvising. To have that clean look, you gotta make sure everything is hidden and tucked away. You just gotta find spots for it, and that's probably the only part that needs some thought into it. Placing the strips down is really easy. It's just about hiding the cables and all of your slack. You'll see what I mean when we get to this last question. How did I place my underglow with a Pandem Widebody kit on it? Now, like I said, this kit on the bottom does not have that many flat surfaces for you to stick it onto, especially in the rear. The side skirts are good, but the front is also something that's a little tricky. Now, the reason why it's tricky with the placement of the strips in the front is because on the splitter actually curves up. And so basically, if you have the LED strip at the tip of the splitter, closest to your feet right here, you'll 100% see the LED strip, and that's not what you want. You just want to see the glow. You don't want to see the LED strip. However, if you put it on the straight bottom of it, that's basically your scrape zone. That's your danger zone. That's where you just eat it everywhere. That part of the splitter is the lowest, so you're most likely gonna hit there. So if you can't put it there, where are you supposed to put it? Me and my dad improvised and we put it on the inside of the splitter. Let me show you guys what I mean. Now with this POV, you guys can see the LED strip, and you can also see the rubber trim that we put about an inch in front of the LED strip. My dad came up with a good idea to put the LED strip on the inside of the splitter. See, so basically this rubber trim is only here so you don't see the LED show from afar. Because without this rubber trim, you'll be able to see the LED strip, and that's not what you want. We did have to overlap the two front strips just so you don't see that there's a gap. When the FR-S is low, depending on the flooring, you can see that the LED strip, there's a gap. And of course, you don't want it looking like you have a gap. So what we did was we actually overlapped them. So instead of them connecting like this and placing them like this, we placed them like this. Now you might be wondering, because it's overlapping, is it gonna be messing with the strobe? Nope. The way HARDTUNE made their strobes, it's so seamless you can't even tell. I imported some photos and videos on screen just because I could fit my phone under there more than the camera. But now that we've talked about the front of the car, the front splitter, so basically recap of the front splitter with this Pandem Widebody kit. If you have an FR-S and you're planning to get this exact kit, we put the LED strip on the inside of the splitter so there's no way you can get caught, punctured, anything of that sort. And then we put the rubber trim right in the danger zone, right in the scrape zone. So if anything does get hit, it's the rubber trim and not the LED strip. The rubber trim also helps the LED strip not being seen from afar, because if you don't have the LED strip, seeing the car from afar or being at an uphill or an incline, you'll 100% see the LED strips. So we just wanted to hide it, and so we put a rubber trim right in front. Genius idea, all thanks to my dad at Project Kaiju. He helped me with this entire install. But now that we've gone over the front splitter, let's go ahead and check out the rear. The rear is a little more tricky, but I'm sure you guys got it. We got the Tome exhaust looking absolutely beautiful down here. Those are the side strips right there. We got some nice mats to lay on. Gotta take the hat off. Sheesh. Oh my gosh. All right, here's what we got going here. As you guys know, the rear comes with 2 strips. Now we thought that using 1 strip is not going to be enough light, so we decided to double up. Now doubling up was one of the best decisions we've ever made on this because it provides so much more light. So the strips go from the bottom where the spare tire is to the frame. It is equal on both sides. You see, the reason why we wanted to place it like that was because if we placed 1 strip, it wouldn't be enough light because of how far it is from the ground. The lights have to shine over the entire muffler, but as you can see, there's really nowhere to place the strips on the kit. That was really the only flat surface that we could put it on. We're of course not gonna put it on the exhaust because it's gonna burn up, but it turned out so good and it worked out so well. If you're wondering if the sides need rubber trim, they do not, because the way that this kit is designed, the bottom of the side skirt is actually tilted up and it's not flat. If it were to be flat, we would need rubber trim, but because it is not flat and it's tilted up, the LED strips are actually hidden very well. That is all of the questions that I have thought of that you guys may have been thinking. Whether you're thinking about getting this kit, you've already bought the kit, you have a widebody 8.6 that you don't know how to put it on. I hope that this video can give you a better understanding on HARDTUNEDs Active Underglow Kit ELGLOW. The kit is running fantastic and it is now such a staple for the car. This is where I'm gonna wrap up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and you might as well turn on your post notifications to get notified when I post my next video. If you do have any more questions on this underglow kit, be sure to comment it down below, or you can contact me, DM me on my Instagram at KidKaiju. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace!